What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're starting the vlog a little early. It's around 8 o'clock right now, and right now we're headed to a breakfast street market that sells a lot of breakfast foods and a lot of good stuff. This is the only place I've seen have something like that. Kuala Lumpar doesn't have anything like that, so I'm super excited, and this is not what I expected in Penang, but we're headed over there. It's around a 12-minute walk from our hotel, and right now we're walking over there, and I'll see y'all over there. So this is apparently the supposed breakfast market, and they close around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So far I'm not seeing too much breakfast, it'll just look like every other street market. But this is always, these street markets are always a good time. So apparently breakfast is all the way towards the end of the street. Oh, hey. This side of the street market is mostly just clothing. So as you guys see, as you go deeper into the market, you got this little breakfast area where there's coffee up there, there's a coffee banner. Behind those booths over there where people are eating, there's more food. Right here, they got some Westerners breakfast. So they got like toast, eggs, sausages, all that kind of stuff. And towards the front, they also have some dim sum, so they have Chinese breakfast as well. So that entire restaurant right there, or this entire area right here towards the end, is all even more breakfast. And it's a pretty small street compared to the other ones we've been. There's a very few breakfast. That's where we were earlier. There's another breakfast restaurant in there. There's people selling fruit. Yeah, so it's a pretty small street compared to all the others. There's a good amount of breakfast, but not too much. But right now, I think probably gonna head back out, and we're head to a temple that's really cool. That's about 20 minutes away. That's on top of a mountain, and we gotta take like a sky tram up there. So I'll see y'all over there. So I realized I didn't even tell you guys what the name of this place is. This is called the Walk at Chowrasta street market. It's really, really cool. It's where all the breakfast stuff is. But remember, guys, it closes at 12. And yeah, so you guys want to come here early, make sure you guys come here around 9, 10, or something like that. Get all the good stuff and, you know, experience the morning street market is what I call it. It's not really too much breakfast. It had breakfast, but it wasn't a whole lot. But yeah, right now we're waiting for our grab, and I'll see you at the temple. All right, so we just came to the bottom of the temple, but not the bottom, but this is the town below the temple. You see that's the name of the temple, the KeK Lo Si Temple. It's around 300 meters, and it's somewhere up that mountain. And you gotta take a tram up to it, so it's really cool. But at the bottom of the temple, you can see that we have a nice little town over here, nice little market, and all kind of stuff. So as you guys can see, on the way up to the temple, you'll see a lot of street food, a lot of these open kind of restaurants where they're selling Thai food, Chinese food, Malaysian food, Indian food, all kinds of food. And it's around a 300-meter walk up to the tram that you gotta take up to the mountains. When you're walking through kind of areas, be careful of the traffic, because like I mentioned before, the traffic does not yield to you. You gotta yield to the traffic, which is a lot different. That's very common in South Asian countries. So they got another open restaurant right here. And these restaurants are pretty affordable too. You can get all that kind of food for 10 ringgit, which is almost like $3 American, which is absolutely insane. So this is what the temple looks like from afar. It's a little preview, but you can see in that temple right there, there's a very important deity or person in the Buddhist religion. It's a very important figure, and in order to get up the mountain, you gotta take a tram. But we're gonna head up there right now. So this is what the entrance to the cable tram looks like. It's around 3 ringgit for an adult and 150 for a child. So not even $1 US to use their tram to get up to this awesome temple on the mountain. So there's actually 2 ways to go up the mountains. You can go up the tram, or you can walk up the mountain. As you can see, there's a pathway up there, and there's some stairs right here that you just walk up and you follow the signs up to the mountain. But on your way up, if you walk, you'll see a tortoise pond where there's tons of tortoise. You see some more chilling on that rock, and you can buy food from booths like this one, and you can feed the tortoise. And you can see all the tortoise grouping up because that family over there is feeding them. The whole lot of Teenage Mutant Turtles right here. Let's take 4 of them. Go another one. Wow, it's better like than you, right? How old do you think these tortoises are, Mom?
Are these some are tortoise, some are...
It's called tortoise pond.
Oh, you know it's tortoise like that.
That's what it's called. It's either tortoise or turtle. I'm pretty sure it's tortoise though. So luckily, when you're walking up the mountain, it's mostly just flat hills and not really stairs. So that's the good part. Unlike other temples, it's mostly just flat land like this, and you're just slowly walking up the temple. And honestly, you don't really need the tram unless you just immediately want to go to the top. But I would honestly recommend walking, because if you walk, you get to see some cool things like that tortoise pond with all the turtles and tortoise. And you don't really get to see that if you take the tram. Actually, I take it back. You gotta go up some stairs too. But luckily, these stairs are not as steep as the Bak 2 caves. Those stairs were steep. These stairs are just normal stairs. You see some nice houses built into the mountainside. And over there, I think those are apartments that people live in. So here you can officially see entrance to the temple. It's a really nice grand temple on the mountainside. And this is what the inside of the temple looks like. You can see that inside are 3 deities in the Buddhism religion. And on the walls are supposedly, I believe, that are monks or other important figures in the religion that have ascended into enlightenment according to the religion, which is really cool to see. Walking up to this temple wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't as hot as it was. Like, the sun is just making everything 10 times worse, but I think it's all worth it, because look at this great mountainside view that you get of the Penang area. I mean, where are you gonna find a view like this at a peaceful place like this? It's just not very common. And along the side of the temple, you'll see that they have a little more shrines to honor some important figures in the religion. Like, this one is called the Mysterious Lady of the 9 Heavens. You can't really see the description, but you guys can pretty Google that and see the history behind these important figures. Nothing to note when entering the temple is you have to take off your shoes out of respect for the temple, which is a really nice thing to see. They try to keep it clean at all times. So here's a better look of it, but you can see on the walls there are miniature Buddha figures, which, like I mentioned earlier, they represent, I believe, the people that have enlightened in the religion. And they're all along the walls behind the statues, which is really nice, and everything like that. To the right of the temple, you have this grand palace area, or this grand like garden area, where surrounding it is a bunch of other shrines and temples that have important Buddhist deities inside of them. And this is a statue of one of the deities as well right there. And often these smaller shrines have the guardians and stuff like that. This right here is another important Buddhism deity. I believe he's the Buddhist that represents happiness or joy, which is why every time you see this Buddha, you always see him smiling. And then to the right of him are his guardians. And there's another garden out here where you see even more Buddhas along the walls and along the building. So that's pretty much a good look at this very nice temple. Definitely worth checking out here in the Penang area. It's around a 25-minute drive, but by Grab, it's very quicker than that if there's no traffic. It's only 25 minutes because you gotta wait through traffic, but if it wasn't, it'd probably be like 10 to 15 minutes. But now we're gonna walk back down the mountain and we're gonna explore that town that was underneath the temple with all those food and all that. So I'll see you guys over there. So we're back in the town that the Grab driver dropped us off at. You can see it's just like another little food and shopping area. They got all these kinds of exotic foods here that are region specific here in South Asia. Some of the stuff is closed, but you get a good idea of what the place sells and what the area is like. So once you reach the top, you'll notice that a lot of the booths are closed. I think that's because this place does breakfast as well. When we came around this morning, it was a lot of stuff was still open. It's around 12 o'clock now, and most of the stuff is closed. So if you guys want to come here, you got to come a little earlier. But unfortunately, we were not able to go up to that big statue that you guys saw. We were able to go up to the temples, but the way it works is that to walk up to the temples area, you could either walk or tram up there. But then to get to that big old statue on the top of the mountain that I was pointing out while we were walking towards it, that you have to take tram to. Like, you can't walk to it, you have to take tram. The trams were unfortunately not working, so we couldn't go up that day. But hope you guys could see what it looks like from afar, or you guys can search up other videos or photos of what it looks like. But it's a very cool area. And right now we're gonna head to a restaurant and get some lunch. All right, my boys, so this is the lunch spot that we're gonna be eating at. It's called the Jetty Big Bowl Noodles. And inside are massive bowls of noodle. When I mean massive, they're massive. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And they got a lot of good Malaysian noodles and things like that. Here's the menu. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So this is what the bowl looks like. And for size comparison, this is my hand. And that's how big it is. And this bowl is meant for 3 of us. This restaurant has, I think, 5 sizes. They have for one person, 2 people, and then 3 people, 4 people, and then 5 people. So you get the size accordingly. That's That's how big this is. Just one more time, guys. So that's the name of the restaurant, YOOOO Jetty Big Bowl. And I hope putting my hand in there and taking all those pictures showed you just how big that bowl is. Be sure to check out my Instagram, Traveling with Nate. You guys will see more pictures on there. And I post a lot of short form content on there, so be sure to follow that. But if you guys want to see more pictures of it, go and follow the Instagram. But that bowl of noodles was super good. It was pretty big. It was around 78 ringgit for the whole thing for the 3 people. Like I mentioned, it was 5 sizes. There was the single person size, second person size, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. So they have all those kind of sizes. But yeah, so I think right now we're gonna head to a shopping mall. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna record there because it's just another shopping mall. If it's super cool, of course I'll show you guys. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in a bit.
Welcome to Penang, where mango melts.
So this little over the water shopping street, not really shopping street, this over the water tourist area, I guess the best way to name for it, is called the YOOOO Jetty. And it's actually just on the same block as that restaurant that we were just at. We were literally walking to the mall, and all of a sudden we see this like overhead lantern. You walk in, and that in there was the entrance to that like overwater tourist shopping street, which is called a shopping street. This that overwater shopping street, which is really, really cool. So it's definitely worth checking out the area. So if you guys are interested in coming to that restaurant, walk down a few blocks and you'll definitely see this area. It's called like YOOOO Jetty. So for reference, that down there was the restaurant, and you see, you just walk a couple meters and you'll see this area, and you just go back there. But now we're on our way back to the mall. So I'm probably not going to record too much in the mall just because I've shown what a lot of malls look like, and this mall, I'm pretty sure it's just like all the others in the photos. So I'll probably see you guys later back tonight when we head back out for our nightly adventure. Alright my boys, so some time has passed since the last time y'all saw me. Last time you guys saw me, it was around 2 o'clock, now it's around 7. So after we walked that mall, we walked that mall for around 2 hours. It was 4 o'clock, and then around 4 o'clock, my parents wanted to get a massage. So they went and got a 2-hour massage, and nearby was a gaming cafe. So I went to the gaming cafe, and I played in the gaming cafe for 2 hours because they were getting a massage for 2 hours. So when we came out, it was 6, and the gaming cafe was super cool. It was called Kaiju Rage Monster, or something like that. Kaiju Rage Monster, I believe that's what it was. And inside, it was a huge gaming cafe. It had a bunch of gaming PCs that you could play all kinds of games. You play Steam games, Valorant, CSGO, all of that. So I played for 2 hours, and it cost me 10 ringgit, which was around 5 USD, so super affordable. The PC peripherals they're all right, nothing crazy. It would be what you would expect a Malaysian gaming cafe to be like. But yeah, my boys, so that's pretty much to be the end of this vlog. It's a Sunday, and we just found this out, that Sunday in Malaysia is kind of like their holy day. It's kind of their day where they don't really do too much. So that's why there's not going to be any night markets or stuff like that. You can just see we're kind of walking back in our hotel area, there's not as much traffic and a lot of the shops are already closed. It's because on Sunday, they all kind of just chill out. But tomorrow, on Monday, is gonna have one of the biggest night markets. I'm definitely gonna showcase that, so be on the lookout for that video. But yeah, so that's pretty much gonna end the vlog, guys. I know this vlog kind of ended early, didn't really show too much, except the early in the morning and the afternoon when we went to that temple. But that's just kind of how it is. There's not really too much to show. I mean, I could showcase this night market street that we're going back to. It's not really a night market street, it's more of just a small little shopping street, but I already showcased it. Be sure to check out my last video I did on it. I showcased a lot of what the area has to offer. So yeah, but I'm gonna end the video, guys, here. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and like always, y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all later. All right, my boys, so we came back up to get a swim because everything was closed, and I just want to show you guys this one last thing. I hope you guys can see it, but this is the infinity pool, and out there is the ocean. You get this awesome view while swimming with this hotel. Just wanted to show you guys this one last thing. All right, my boys, peace.